Hello, welcome back. My name is Kurtimyr. I'm playing Pokemon Silver. Um, Last we left off, I don't really remember what we were doing. It's been a while since I've actually played, and you may notice that there wasn't a whole lot of uploads. That's because I was battling a cold. Unfortunately, you might even still be able to hear it in the voice, but I had this nasty old cold, which really took its toll, especially on my voice and my throat. So the actual ability to speak was difficult for long periods of time, and I just thought, it's probably not the best to aggravate this with recording, and I just gotta take care of myself. That comes first. But I'm feeling better now, so I'm gonna do we're gonna play some Pokemon Silver because it's fun. I was doing this a little earlier today and got up a little more levels. V is level 30. Still no evolution yet. And that's unfortunate. But we will get more done today, and maybe it'll evolve by this episode, maybe it'll evolve by next. I'm not really sure. I hope it evolves soon so that we can at least get some better options with moves, because if it gets too high leveled and evolves, we might miss the chance to actually have a good move to give it, which would be unfortunate, very unfortunate, but you gotta do what you gotta do. So we've beaten Morty, we found 2 dogs, we have not caught them, we have not even got them to very low health, so we're gonna head down to Olivine since we have surf and trek ourselves across the ocean. See what we can get on the other side to really just progress the game a little more. With our ragtag band of misfit team. Which we would love to replace with some legendaries, but I feel like doing those legendary, getting them is gonna be a big grind that I'm gonna have to do, off camera, obviously, because the time it takes to find them, even with going between 2 routes to have them hopefully spawn, it is kind of random. There's no guarantee that it's going to. We also don't have anything to really lock them down so they don't move or run away. I don't have anything with Mean Look. I don't have anything with Wrap. I think that's works the same way. And they're still really high health. So the best bet I can get is to maybe use something like, I don't remember if we fought, yeah, we did fight the Mr. Mime guy, is try to find them and then hit them repeatedly with moves to try it, like Sonic Boom, something that does a set amount of damage. They whittle them down more, and then get them asleep, which again they can probably run away while they're asleep, and then find them again, and then just keep it that way and throw Ultra Balls and just cross our fingers and hope that it's gonna work. I could also try and invest in looking into catching a ghost type in, where do we find those? Those are in Sprout Tower, I believe. Find something in Sprout Tower, get it leveled up to use Mean Look, and give us a better chance to use Ultra Balls consecutively. That way we might be able to catch one of them. Or ideally, it'd be nice to get Raikou just because it's a good electric type. And yeah, we got Electro or Volti, but Volti doesn't get electric moves, I've learned. It's a very long time before we get anything like Zap Cannon or what's the other one that you Thunder? I don't know where you get Thunderbolt. If that's a Unity for this one. So right now the only reason I want to use it is because it's got it has a bonus experience boost, right? So I'm hoping it was going to be higher level. I didn't take into account the fact that it can't really fight very well. So it's not super strong, and the whole experience boost is the only thing keeping it kind of close to the rest of our levels at this time. So, I mean, it would be good to replace, unless I can find a better use for Volti in the sense that, you know, getting light screen or getting rollout and having it be very consistent. But, like, I don't even want to get rid of any of these moves. Flash would be nice, but Sonic Boom is consistent. Screech is good. Screech and Swift is a good one, so I've already kind of boxed myself into a corner with Volti. But again, I haven't used Volt over Electrode before, so I thought it might be an interesting mix. Got some Awakenings. Do we still have a Mint Berry that we could use? Yeah, we do. And yeah, so yeah, getting Raikou would be awesome, because he's gonna be very strong. And Electric's really good for a lot of things. There's a lot of strong trainers that have water-based or flying-based Pokemon. Lance has got Dragonites; those are flying, right? Although I think Dragon's resistant to Electric. Oops. Regardless, anyways. Cool legendary. We can try and keep our eyes out for that. Entei would also be nice, but I'm actually kind of content with using Magmar. Seems like he's got good set of moves. Pretty strong. He's low leveled right now, but we can certainly fix that later on. This is not a very good place to be trying to train up a fire type. You know, we're at the ocean. There's a lot of water types. It's not gonna work. Guess we should also think of what's coming up next. We have Signwood, and our gym there is fighting type, I believe. So we're gonna need something that's flying or psychic to actually, you know, be very effective, which we do not have, unless we get an Espeon. But then again, even if we get Espeon, we gotta hope that Espeon's gonna learn a psychic type move like Confusion at the very least to have much of a chance. I don't know. Maybe it won't work. Maybe it will. Maybe we'll switch up the team more when we get there. It does. Potato, a lot of things that we can consider. In the meantime, it's still fun, right? It's still a fun time to try and think out these kind of things and plan. It's so annoying that Volti's not strong enough. He's fast, which is great, but why would you give make an electric type and not give it any electric moves? That seems ridiculous. He's just supposed to be this ball that explodes. Maybe this is why I never used him in the past. Maybe having that speed's great for things like getting a light screen or reflect out, so you can tank, or you can take more or less damage from whatever you're facing right away, right? And then plan out other things like, I don't know, what else would you... Breach, I guess, would still work well. Ulti's almost gone. Quick attacks are taking him down. Yeah, getting out of those, using moves like spikes or kind of like status impairment moves, or stat lowering. Good team setup. as it was. But he also will evolve level 30. Maybe he'll get some better stats then that we can work with. And he'll pull his weight a little more. Good that we have a good, you know, base of almost all 30s now anyways, with a couple exceptions. But I remember first playing this, I, like a lot of kids, sure, would focus on my favorite Pokemon, which was about 2. You know, it was the starter and maybe Ampharos. And by this time, there wouldn't be a whole lot of, I wouldn't have a whole lot of Pokemon that are really high level. It'd probably all be pretty low, you know, low 20s, and then Ampharos would be getting around 30th, around here. That would just be evolving Flaffy. Yeah, I just didn't have a whole lot of patience to sit around and grind as a kid. Grind out those levels, get those, you know, well, also just to know what I was getting at. There's level 18 trainers right now. So in my mind it was fine. And then when you fight, you know, Signwood, what's his name? The fighting gym. And he's got level, like, what? Reaches in case he uses Roar. He's got level 30. And I'm thinking, damn, I am unprepared for this. I don't know, maybe they expect you to level up a crazy amount by crossing the ocean, which makes sense. It's a big section of the game, there's a lot going on there. But clearly not enough for me to get a good team around that. Yeah, his stats, a 32 attack, and I'm using, I think Swift still counts as a physical move. It's 74 speed. It's ridiculous, man. Sorry. Yeah, I do want to switch. I don't want to train him up anymore. Don't know. I'm not gonna do much, I don't think, but Hot Fire is the only one that's not up to speed. Maybe I thought I could use something different. At least there's no abilities in this game like Flash Fire. Taking away my ability to do damage. Ah, it doesn't even freaking matter. Don't send out... Okay, that's fine. I say, don't send out Indica. Our little Kush boy is gonna get burned. Although, I guess that is mainly the intent when... Oh my gosh, Volti's evolving. We couldn't expect this. To a larger ball. Hell yeah, look at that smiling boy. Electro! That's so cool. Alright, let's see. Well, while we're here. Way up by Lake of Rage. Not like it really matters. Alright, where is Electro? There it is. Let's just see what it says. It stores an overflowing amount of electric energy, sorry, inside its body. Even a small shock makes it explode. Maybe that's why it doesn't have print. Oh, because you can print out the Pokedex pages. Oh, yeah, that's neat. There's no electric moves. There's a bomb waiting to go off. 44 from 32. Didn't really go up that much. Special went up pretty decently, and speed is now 98 from like what, 74? That's insane. That was a large jump. Still pretty useless though, to me. So let's switch you out for Hot Fire, and maybe Hot Fire will... You know, you probably will do more. Jasmine is the city's gym leader. I mean to bring her back with me. Nobody had better get in my way. Oh, yeah, I guess I should mention. This is the lighthouse in Olivine. Yeah, that's where we are. And at the top, we will find our dear old gym leader. Trying to take care of a very sick Ampharos. Honestly, I just came in here because I wanted some better trainers to fight. Kind of like on autopilot going through the game. Ooh, Indica will level up with after this. That's nice. Still really hard to train Indica, being that the only grass move it has is Absorb. I thought Indica was going to be a lot more fun to use. And it currently has not lived up to the expectations that I had. Very unfortunate. Yeah, there you go. There's a sick Pokemon at the top. Jasmine's looking after. I mean, it kind of makes sense. They're using an electric type to power the lighthouse. So it all adds up. Wires aren't getting crossed anywhere. Syndicate might have a good time to shine getting over the sea. It is unfortunate that this is the only part of the game where you do cross the ocean. I like games that involve the ocean a little more frequently, or at least larger bodies of water. There is the Lake of Rage, which is fine, but so much of Johto is land. I don't know, like that. Maybe that's not the right way to say it, but if you consider Kanto, let's say, you can surf below Fuchsia City all the way across to the Seafoam Islands, and like that's where the ocean is there. At the same time, if you go east of Fuchsia, there's a good section of there's a walkway, but there's still a decent section of water there. You don't have to traverse it that way though. And Vermilion has technical access to the sea. Again, not really required to surf across it or anything like that, but it wouldn't be the worst to have multiple sections that require like larger bits of the ocean. Because it just seems like it's always in a corner somewhere. And maybe I'm a little silly for thinking that, because obviously if you have a larger land mass, you don't want the ocean just going straight through the middle. That doesn't make any sense. But I don't know, maybe incorporate more things like streams or lakes that are involved. I like water. Water is cool. Water in games is probably one, more advanced games hard to code because everyone wants that. Oh, it looks like real water. It looks perfect. But it's so nice to look at, and it's so I don't know. I'm very much in favor of having aquatic sections in games. And what's a good Pokemon game that did it well? I'm trying to think. I mean, Diamond and Pearl did a great job from what I can remember, because not in maybe regards to the sea. Came this way, right? I'm very lost. Yeah, we need to go that way though. But there's multiple lakes, like, and there's stuff around each of them. You can go to Lake Equity or whatever the other one is, with up by the snowy place. There's a nice and the water there, it looks so pretty. It looks so appealing and satisfying. that... Is there any real sea parts that you have to surf across? I know you gotta surf up, or north, excuse me. This is what happens when I talk too much. I lose my voice a little bit. I just realized I'm also not switching out. That's a very stupid thing of me to do. Because you surf north to get from the 8th gym to the Elite 4. You almost always need to do that. At least in the coming games. Actually, no, that's not true. You do that for 2. Gen 3 and 4. Is there any sea in Gen 4? I'm really trying to picture what the map looks like. I don't really think there is sections where you have to surf across anywhere. Like here, there's a town across the sea. In Hoenn, there's Moss Deep, Sutopolis, and Pacific Log Town. I do like that in the sense of there's a lot of ocean in that regard. It is unfortunate, it all kind of seems like it's towards the end. And I mean, Pacific Log Town isn't even mandatory, it's very optional to visit. And the only real purpose I think it serves is to have a quick place to get to Rayquaza, and also a spot to reach the Reggies. Although I guess that's a puzzle, so it is nice. But I mean, again, puzzles aside, I think it'd be great to have a little more of the story involved Pacific Log Town. You know, I say these things and then I don't, then when I think about them because I said them out loud, I don't really know how true any of those statements are. It does seem like a long ways to go for, you know, not a whole lot in the town. But if you didn't have that and you had to surf from like Sutopolis just to get to the secret dive spot to unlock the Reggies, would be a big pain in the ass. So just ignore everything I just said about Pacific Log Town being useless. It's not. I'm still not over the fact that I can't think of any sea spot in Sinnoh. I don't really think there is. Maybe I'm wrong. I mean, I guess we will find out when we get there, which is also very exciting to eventually get to. I'm excited for all the games that, you know, we can play. Pokemon is... growing up with these games is fantastic. I really... you know, they have changed a lot since Gen 1, even up to the 4th generation, by including things like, you know, abilities and IVs and EVs, but you know, the actual premise of the game is still relatively the same. You catch Pokemon, you train them up, you find hidden areas, you find secrets, you battle gyms, you battle the evil gang, or maybe they're not like, maybe it's not right to call them evil, but you battle the extremists, I suppose. And then you're done. You collect fun things and you level up cool looking Pokemon. I can't speak to how the games have changed now, because I kind of stopped at Sun and Moon. Finally got sick, it's gasping for air. I understand that there's a wonderful pharmacy in Signwood, but that's across the sea and I can't leave Amphi unattended. Oh no, its breathing is terribly labored. Yeah, I stopped after Sun and Moon. And I know in our Pokemon Blue playthrough I ranted a lot about Pokemon Sun. It's still a good game. I should never, I don't remember if I did call it a bad one, but it's still a good game, and I think I ragged on it way too much considering. But the important part is that it was different, and my immediate reaction was, I don't like this change. No, where are the gym leaders? No, you don't have gym leaders. You have island trials, and you have 4 sections that stop you from progressing, which didn't really feel like it flowed with the game well. And, you know, things like that, they're valid in a sense, but I think it's a bit extra for me to shit all over the game just because of that. It still has good parts. It still has cool Pokemon. It still has interesting locations and secrets and whatnot. So I should give it more credit than I have, because to say what I did say about it, you know, I think it was a bit unfair. And not that I'm gonna, you know, take all of it back, because I still wanted the game. It was still Pokemon, but I think I started to fall off a little bit in terms of, man, is this really the same game that I really fell in love with growing up? Maybe it's because I played it when I was an adult and I had these big expectations, and that skewed it, unfortunately, and unfairly, I should say. But like, I didn't get Ultra Sun or Ultra Moon. Oh, cool, Tauros. And I didn't get Sword or Shield. I didn't get Ultraviolet, or sorry, no, Scarlet and Violet. I've seen gameplay of it, and even though the frame rate is a bit laughable, it's an open world Pokemon game, which probably be incredibly fun. You know, you get to run around wherever, there's no limitations, and you might say, oh, this is a tough section, I really shouldn't be here yet. And there's probably tons of great things about the game to praise it for, but I kind of just fell off the wagon of like, I don't know if I need to get this game. I don't know if this is a game that I'm going to say, I have to grab this just because it's Pokemon and I'm gonna play it and whatnot, because after Sun and Moon, that change in what the game was what was a startling enough or impactful enough that I didn't have that motivation to continue with it. Or maybe I was poor and I didn't have a lot of money. That could also factor into it. Maybe I'll end up grabbing them later, but I don't know. I definitely didn't grow out of Pokemon, but I might be one of those people who gets like stuck up about, oh, there's too many and this was enough. I don't really want to go any further than what's here. And if anyone's wondering what the hell I'm doing, I'm trying to find a flying type, because once we get over to Signwood, there's we can use Fly, and I'd rather have that than surf all the way back. That's why I'm wandering around aimlessly. Maybe I'll just try and catch something off screen, because this might be boring to look at while I'm going off about the Pokemon games and whatnot. And yeah, so I mean, maybe other people might agree, or maybe you had grievances with previous games and you don't anymore with the new games. You know, I always, you know, I do encourage commenting, so if you want to leave your opinion or your thoughts on the matter, by all means. Yeah, it's just, I kind of fizzled out of wanting to see what the next one was, and just I'm comfortable with the first 5, and saying even just the first 4. The 5th generation is still good, but maybe no buts. 5th generation was still good. It was a little different. I think I got a little like, oh, they don't have poison anymore. That's stupid. They made the game too easy. In all fairness, the game is considerably easier once you get to that. But anywho, well, I guess this is our Pidgey that we were looking for. we will catch it. We will end the episode, and we will reconvene again and continue through this wonderful journey through my childhood playing Pokemon games. Like I said, I'm very excited to get to the next ones. And no, I didn't name it. And I hope those who or people who want to watch will enjoy it as well. Maybe it'll, you know, stoke a little bit of nostalgia and say like, oh, you know what, I should play that game again. Or maybe you'll want to watch just more of my videos in general. So thank you all for watching. If you like the video, hit the like button and subscribe. Really appreciate it. And if you hit the bell, you can be notified when new videos come out. And leave a comment. Maybe if they're nice enough, I know what the internet's like. They'll be fun to read. Aw, man, Farfetch would have been so much cooler. Okay, bye.